Hi everyone, Aaron here for Zollotech, and today Apple released iOS Security Response 16.2b to developers and public beta testers. It's available to both right now if you're on the iOS 16.2 betas, and we had A before this, now we have B. And we'll talk more about what's in this in a moment, but this came in at a very small 3.2 megabytes on my iPhone 14 Pro Max. It was even smaller on the iPad Pro. So if we go over to the iPad Pro, go to settings, you'll see it's installing it right now or preparing. If I go to photos where I screen captured it, you can see it was even smaller at 2.1 megabytes. So very small updates that allow you to quickly install security updates and get everything up to date that way without installing a whole OS. Let's go ahead and restart the iPad, install it now. And when you go to actually install it, if you go to settings and then you go to general and then software update, you'll actually see the update just like any other, and then you can install it. You'll also have a prompt here that says security response available. So I'll go ahead and get this one started, download and install. We'll put in the passcode and it should be a very fast download. It may take a moment to actually install, but you'll see it rebooted and installed immediately on the iPad. Now let's take a look at the build number and then we'll talk about what this is all about. So we'll go to general, then about, and under about, you'll see that we now have a new version of 16.2b with a build number of 20C7750490F. A pretty long build number, but we also have the original build number for beta 3 of 20C5049E. So we'll have dual updates here, and then we can remove the security response. And the security response is just a test. In fact, someone on Twitter, Appleosophy, confirmed this last time based off of an Apple website, and you'll see they confirmed it again. It says they can confirm that this update was another test and does not contain any security content. You can see that here. It's a screen capture from that. And what they're doing is testing different install methods, whether that be from mobile device management. If you're in a large IT environment, you can try and trigger the install remotely and see if it works, and just test it actually installing, since these are a new type of update. And in the future, we'll have many more of these updates. So instead of having iOS 16.1.1 and then 16.1.2, where there's no features or changes, they can push out a security update very quickly and just patch what they need to. Now within the software update, it says for information on the security content of rapid security responses, please visit this website. If we go here, this is the typical Apple security update website. And at this time, there's not really anything new in here because it's not released to the public, but we should see that in the future. Now, one thing I wanted to know is it asked me if I wanted to install this, even though I have a low battery situation. So I'm under 20% on my iPhone 14 Pro. We'll go ahead and tap install, put in our passcode. And now it says verifying security response reboots and can install without having to have 50% battery or more or be plugged into the charger. That's something new we haven't seen before, and it's just a small change, meaning that these are so small, we'll probably see that in the future. You don't need a whole lot of battery power. You reboot and you're good to go. Now, other than that, there's not much more to talk about other than probably the beta this week. iOS 16.2 Beta 4 could release as soon as tomorrow or as late as Thursday, like it did last year. Last year, it released on December 2nd, which was a Thursday, and then the final release was on the week of the 13th. Last year, which was a Monday, this year, I expect the final release on the 12th. So we're looking forward to that with more features. There's over 20, maybe even 30 plus different changes and features in iOS 16.2. And of course, as soon as those are available, I'll let you know and talk about everything new. Now, as you can see, it says it's already installed on the 14 Pro and we're good to go. Not a whole lot more to talk about, but I thought I'd just keep you informed, as many people were saying we're only going to get this instead of beta updates. At this point, we should get both. I wouldn't expect we'll see many more security response betas. Once they start releasing them to the public, we'll probably have our normal betas. And then after that, we'll probably just have security updates unless there's something major in them and they want to see how it affects devices. I really would not expect those to be pushed out as betas like we're having now. Typically, we'll have iOS 16.3 betas and probably not security response updates. But let me know if you think you will have anything different or you think they'll change the way they're doing betas altogether. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Of course, if you'd like to get your hands on this wallpaper, I'll link it in the description like I normally do. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.